Hi guys, welcome. I'm building all your applications here and it's busy. Just a quick check, and we're making videos for the new tiling window managers and desktops. And ArcoLinuxD is an interesting ISO. It's the most bare one that we have. But our knowledge grew over the years. It's a 5 years project by now, with 33 desktops. And inside calamares we can do lots and lots of things. So installing an operating system can be done with calamares, but also with your own scripts, your own commands. Start typing with the tweak tool from ArcoLinux, the ArcoLinux ISOs, Arch. And scripts. We're gonna go for scripts, and I'm gonna show you also the calamares setup. So for all of these desktops that you see, 33, ArcoLinuxD is not for the faint of heart. It can be very daunting, difficult, and it will not be the same as the Bs. ArcoLinux B is intended to just run and be beautiful out of the box and working out of the box. D is you saying, I want to have a non-bloated system. I choose every single package. Or you go for calamares, right? And then you have a long list of packages, and even there you can say, not that one, not that one, not that one. Okay, I've got myself a virtual machine. Let's go for Super F7. Yeah, which one shall we take first, tackle first? Worm is the first guy here. So these guys are copy pastes of all the others, and what is different is one word, and the videos of course. So Worm. What do I do? Well, back here I've changed the rate a little bit. So these are the images of Worm. These are all the options you can have, but the line that's different, oh, it's still loading, is a line for git clone. Now I can type the git clone on myself, but first we need to have D, right? I'm using the ArcoLinuxD that we're going to release in about a week or two. So let's start that up, but it's UEFI. So I have to tell the system, dear friend, boot up from the ISO. And this is how we do that in VirtualBox. So this is the ISO. Either you have NVIDIA card, a newer, and it's either this one or that one if it doesn't like Nouveau, or you have Intel or AMD, and it is either this one or that one if it doesn't like Nouveau, and everything fails. It's number 5. Virtual machines, VMware, line 1. The DISO is not easy, right? Certainly not if you are going for commands. You need to know your packages, you need to know your tools, your system services, and all that. So what we get is a sort of XFCE, but it's not intended to be an operating system. This is a pass-through thing. Do your stuff and then boot, right? So let me show you the advanced installation so we can use the video also for option 1, I think it is. And let's do the option 2, which is the most difficult one, because everybody can click. This is great, right? A free Linux installer, calamares. Choose the language of your operating system. Choose what kernel you want to have. You don't have to do anything. There is already a kernel. But if you know that your webcam or your internet is not going to work with the latest kernel, but it is going to work with the LTS, so the long-term support, then you know what you need to do. Or the 3 new guys of XenMod a few months ago. These are all already on your system. What you see is what you get. So this is a bit more technical. It's hidden away, of course, but it's there already. But if the ISO is 1 year old, it might be of interest to get a new one, right? Probably in 1 year's time, there's a new driver. Do you want Bluetooth? Yes, that's the back end. and that's the front end. Choose one of them. Do you want laptop support? Do you want network discovery? Do you want to see in your home network other computers? You want to print? You want to share? You want to sound? We all want sound. So either it's this one or it's that one. It's just a choice. Older, newer, but both work. Choose. Next. Oh yeah, let's put sound on there, right? That's the default. Another default is SDDM. So SDDM and simplicity is what you get. And that's gonna be your way to log in the display manager. Next. Then we need to choose 33 choices, and we decided to go for, was it Worm? Worm first, I think, right? Yeah, I think so. So Worm, and you have a look. So it's not gonna install just Worm, then we won't be able to do much things, right? But Alacrity is there. Configuration of the desktops have some information. Well, you have a look at PAMAC. PAMAC is a tool to have a look what's in there in that particular file. See the files that matter. GTK3 settings, logout, polybar, rofi, root, tweak tool. And of course you can omit anything you don't like. You just say, oh, don't want that. It's just a button away, right? But this is what we suggest. Next. And here we stop. I mean, for the rest, it's just, well, fun stuff. All you wanna select, it's all good, but it's packages, and it's a preference. It's your choice. It's a Linux thing, right? Freedom. Choose. By the way, don't forget to use a slider. There is more audio, video. There's an incredible amount of tools there. So just pass through. On actual real metal system, I'll select this, since this is probably the list I want to have. And if I don't, I have to sudo pacman -s Telegram desktop later on. Living in Brussels, Belgian keyboard. This is something you need to figure out, right? See what is the right keyboard for you, test it out. And I'm gonna go for these settings, but there is more, and you choose. Voila. So this would be my install. Just remembered that this is not what we want to do in this video, but click the button and you'll boot up. You'll have already something. Well, I would like actually to see what this brings. Want to test if what we have, what is in calamares, is the right selection. So actually I am gonna go through with the installation, and yeah, we can do later on in the same video, why not, another installation over it and say, okay, this time we're gonna go for a base. So this is the first time that list is in calamares, so I need to test it. Is this okay, or do I need to one package more? All right, let's pause. So let's have a look. Done. This is SDDM. Simplicity is a theme. And we log in, and we have our tool that says, hi, welcome, install software, launch ArcoLinux. But it's D, right? If there's nothing behind the button, nothing can be launched. If there's nothing behind the button, nothing can be launched. So it is really still thinking, oh, why don't I have a wallpaper? Because of the fact that this is not ArcoLinux B, it's D. What do I like to have in any tiling window manager? Maybe a Super T, a Super Q, a Ctrl-Alt-Enter, a Super Shift Q, a Super Shift D as D menu, if Firefox is installed, I can install it, I can run it, I can install, well, not install, it's already there. I can launch Cacaofire. Nice, super Q. And so on and so on. Last thing, super X, I want to log out. I want to get out of it, right? And that's it. And as you see, polypar is here and the configuration up there. So for me, this is enough. It's up to you now to make this completer, right? No browser, no editor, you name it. No GIMP, no Inkscape. There's nothing really, no audio players, video players. It's entirely up to you. It's a bare base system. Control R. I'm gonna reboot and do number 2. In the article that is provided, we can also do a base installation, which is the most difficult one. This was click, 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 right? Still, you need a lot to have a lot of knowledge. That will conflict with that won't work, and so on. But it's there to click. But you can also type things. Those are commands. Or put your commands in a script and run scripts then. It's not hard. Right? Making scripts is nothing hard. If you know the commands, that's all you do. Put the commands in a text and run it. Make it executable. So this is the calamares people normally get on other distributions. It asks what language do you want it in, and it's gonna ask where do you live. It's gonna ask your keyboard, what and how to format. Often it's not a choice, it's just the way it is. And then, whoa, we create a user, and this is all the technical stuff you have. That's it, right? In normal Linux distributions, that's the choice. So we're going to go for a base installation, which is a lot faster because, well, we don't have to download Worm and all these packages and install the packages. So that's why this will be faster. Going for a pause. It's time to continue our story. So, base, bare, black, commands, no greeting, no nothing. Well, there is a greeting, it's a black one. And then we log in, and as usual, I would do mirror, so to get the fastest ArcoLinux servers. Now there is more than mirrors, so Control C. There's mirror X, there is mirror D, there is mirror A, different kind of basically aliases to do the same thing. Go and have a look at all the ArcoLinux servers and do get the fastest ones. And if the guys fail, well, they will not be in the list. Good, right? So we need to get our packages, because after installing, you need to do an update first. And even if I made the ISOs yesterday morning, right? So it's one day, 24 hours ago. There you go, updates. And that's Arch. That's okay. All right, so we have an up-to-date system. We don't have anything graphical at all. Now, either you start by typing sudo pacman -s sddm, enable it and all that. It's all documented on ArcoLinuxD.com. Or you start by getting scripts, and which is easier because you have for free a GitHub or GitLab or somewhere, right? You can git clone your work from the past, and that's interesting. So do the work once, reuse it many times. So ArcoLinuxD has scripts, Arco and then something, XFC for, pardon me, Plasma, BSPWM, awesome, no, it was Worm. And you just get the data in. Then we have a folder, Arco Worm, cd Arco Worm, ls, run scripts, but first of course read them, right? If you want to read, cat is a good thing, cat 100, and then you know what's going in, but hey, that's not maybe so interesting. How about cat and then nano 100? Then you can actually go to page down, page up, and have a look. and actually change something. If you say, no, I don't want SDM, you just delete the thing, right? So Control X, nope, I don't want to save this. I do want SDM. And 100 is basically the bare necessity, right? If you run this, hopefully you have something to watch for if you reboot, but it will be not nice. And that's the point of this this ISO, that it's bare, and you decide what goes in every single one of them. So you make a copy or you fork our GitHub and put it on your own and use a different URL, and you decide what goes on there. So let's have a look. What do we have if we just run that? Always interesting, always a surprise. SDM is there, SDM is activated, we have a theme, otherwise we'll do this blue thing, and we don't have PA command, so pulse audio command. No, it's true, I haven't done anything for sound yet. Look is white, normally it's black, right? But Arc is not installed. Arc Dark is maybe summoned, but it's not installed. Super Enter, oh that's nice. Control Alt Enter, great. Super Shift Enter, that's something, but nothing really. And you keep on working at it, meaning you need to have more. You need to have a terminal, you need to have a file manager. So in Real Metal you do Control Alt F3, F4, F5. In VirtualBox I do right Control F3. I log back in and I say, okay, do we have Alacrity? That's one thing. Do we have XFCE4? Because that's the F12 XFCE4 terminal. Do we have that? And it's ready. But launching all these things, we need something to tell it to launch. Do we have the sexy hotkey daemon? Oh no. Oh yeah, we did have it. Do we have Thunar? Sudo pacman -s Thunar. All there. Let's do a scal for one time more. ls, we are here. cd.config. We have a look at the folders and we see Worm there. XFCE4 is there. Thunar is there. Paru is there. So lots of things are there. Alacrity is there. But do we have the ArcoLinux Alacrity? Yes, new version, we've got it. So you just keep on thinking, what is it that I'm missing? Like sudo pacman -sv might be missing, nitrogen might be missing for the setting the wallpapers. What else can we use? We can use was thinking of something. Well, the ArcoLinux logout, do we have that? Git to get out. All these things should be installed, and they were installed. Old version, new version. Yeah, I think that's it. Sudo reboot. Let's see. But even for me, right, it's why this, why that? It is the story of ArcoLinuxD. It's always the why is it not working? Why this? Now I remember. I want to do a variety thing. But as you see, there is still something strange, right? This blue thing is not normal. It isn't. Sometimes something is missing and is blocking us, because then everything holds, but might be as well pulse audio that we're missing. So might be that as well. So you just keep on going, and it is normal, right? It is just so normal. You'll see it in other videos as well, that you need to keep going, right? Development software. What is that? That's Firefox. Okay, Firefox is installed. Sublime Text 4, so an editor. Melt is installed. Telegram, that's the chat. If you want to communicate with others. Discord. Simple screen recorder. Scrot. LS. So that's 110. The sound was not working. 120 is sound. Pulse audio is installed. All right. LS. Bluetooth, no, not for a virtual machine. Printers, no, thank you. Samba, no, thank you. Laptop, no. Network discovery, wow. 200, what's that? You decide what to install. Variety is coming in. Ah, the wallpapers, that will be nicer. GIMP is being installed. And Inkscape, right? The two tools to develop and design things. Chromium. Browser. You just delete the things you don't want. Torrent and VLC. This list can be longer, but it can also be shorter. So these are just packages, software. So it will not improve the desktop as such, but it's just things we need. File roller is to extract files. RGZs. LS. And then software for ArcoLinux third party, ArcoLinux extra large, distro specific. Maybe that's something. Distro specific. It goes a little bit too fast. I saw Alex appearance there. Wow. It jumps. Yep, it's just too fast to read for me. Task Manager XFCE. So Control Shift Escape is a button, a key binding we know from the other distro, right? The other operating system. And that's XFCE4, Task Manager. Okay. And you just keep on going. Additional ArcoLinux stuff, maybe. The binary is there, the bin folder is there. Tweak tool is going to be installed. The variety settings, ArcoLinux variety. I'm gonna do a scale one more. It's already covered, the scale in the script, but well, did it anyway. So it was not necessary. So we're back, but things have changed. I've installed all kinds of things, right? Aha, I've got a wallpaper. Aha, my Alacrity works. So this was Control Alt Enter, yeah, or Super T. Super T is gonna work. Super Shift D, the D menu is gonna work. Super Shift Enter, Funar is there. Yes, I did not check out the settings. Alex Appearance by this time is installed. Arc Dark, right? Arc Dark, Icon Theme. Sarti Arc, Apply, Close, Close, Super Q. The Super Q is not working. Super Q is working, but you need to select it. So if it's not blue, it's strange, but it is like that. We have to live with it. There's nothing focused now. Click, it's blue. Then of course you can do Super Q. This is not blue. Click Super Q. And then we have back a nicer tuner. So it all fits together. Pieces of the puzzle. And if a piece is missing, hey, no sound, no Bluetooth, no printer, no design, no look, and you have to really know your stuff to make these things work if you start from scratch, from base. But it's fun. All right, cheers.